Good morning, it's Gary back from G&H Honey Bees. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the split that I did in this nuke. Last week, if you watched my video that I did, I was shaking more bees into the upper box on this little colony to help supplement the small number of bees that were still in the hive. Now, the reason there was a small number of bees still in this hive, or the nuke, was because I had it sitting right beside the donor hive, and of course, any forager bees that come out will automatically fly back to their home hive. So now I've got it sitting here in an alternate location, and it's seemed to have worked out very well. I want to tell you a bit of a funny story about that, though. When I got them over here, I let them out, or at least I turned this from vent to open, and I let the bees in the upper box go for about 9 hours, and my brain was yelling at me, so don't let them in, because they're going to kill the queen, there's going to be a big fight, and there's going to be dead bees, and my brain was just driving me nuts. So anyway, I went against what my brain said, and I reached in and I moved the feeder dish over. Oh, this was after dark, and they were all quiet, and I just moved the feeder dish over so that the opening into the bottom box was available to them, and they went down in, and then I took off and went home, went to bed. So next morning, my brain was still screaming at me that they'd killed the queen and there was a big fight and there's going to be dead bees. And so I came and looked at them, and I took a flashlight and I shone it in through the entrance here, and there was dead bees lying everywhere. And I thought, oh my God, I did kill the queen. So I opened them up and started pulling frames out, and there was a lot of bees in there. And I found the queen. She was fine. She was being attended to. And I started looking at the bees in the bottom of the box, and what had happened was all the new bees had started cleaning out dead brood that had not hatched from when I'd originally done the split. So, and they were just dragging them out the front and disposing of them. So that's what that was all about. Anyway, my brain was wrong. What I did was okay, and everything seems to be good. You can see there's foragers coming and going here, and even the new bees, when I introduced them into the box, they come out and they oriented, and they seem to be pretty happy here. But anyway, I want to talk to you about how I think this works so well. So I want to get the camera set up, and then I'll get the lid off the box and I'll show you. So I'll be back in a moment. So normally when you combine bees, if you're doing a combination with a large hive, you would take newspaper and put it over top of the frames and the top of the box that you're going to introduce bees into, and you cut slits in it with either a hive tool or a sharp knife or something. And what that does is allow the queen's pheromones to come up through those slits, and the bees that you're introducing are going to get used to that, and when they finally eat through the newspaper and go down in, they're just going to think they're home. And why I think this little box of mine works is because I have this ventilation hole here with hardware cloth over it. Now this feeder dish is sitting over top of an opening that just goes straight into the box, so it's blocked off. So when I stick bees in here into this box, they're going to get the scent of the queen's pheromones coming up through this screen, and they become accustomed to it, and it sort of works similar to how you would do a newspaper combine. And to introduce them to the rest of the bees, I just slide the feeder dish over and open up the opening, and away they go. Now, one thing that I do, I don't know if other people may do this or not, but I take some crystallized honey, like a couple of tablespoons of crystallized honey that I have from last year, and I put a couple of blobs of it down on the box, and then I take a small strip of pollen patty and put that in there too, give them something to eat while they're getting used to it, because I keep them in this box from, you know, between 8 and 10 hours, and I don't want them dying of starvation, so I just give them something to eat to keep them going. Now, when I first introduced the bees in here last week, there was the normal fanning and the great roar that started up, and that subsided over time. And when it was fairly quiet, that sort of let me know that they were ready to go down and join the other bees. So I haven't had this open since, so let's have a look and see what kind of action is going on inside the box. So I'm going to get the feeder box off, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. The old pollen patty, that's pretty much chewed up, so I'm going to take that out and leave it out. So let's see what these girls been up to. You see, there's a good number of bees in here, and I hope the queen is not over on this outside frame. Gently lift that out of there. Oh, I want my frame holder. Slide that down in there if I can. Let's get this out of here. Slowly. Well, this is actually pretty heavy. We've got a lot of honey in this outside frame. So there's quite a bit of honey, and yeah, they don't need the pollen patty anymore. There's a lot of stores in there. Just gonna set that in there. Really calm. Alright, so we have brood, we have grubs, lots of grubs, oh, lots and lots of grubs. More brood, and more grubs. I don't know if the camera can see all the grubs that are in there or not. I'm going to try and hold that still for a minute. Let's see if we can find. Oh, there's our queen. You see her there? She's kind of a smallish queen, but she seems to be. She looks smaller than she did. But she is laying. It looks like she's laying lots. And they are very calm. Oh, and this is full of, oh, newly hatched grubs. Eggs everywhere. Lots of brood. Lots of brood. There's some older brood there, but there's lots of brand new brood in there. So I think this colony, and what about this side? No, yeah, there's new grubs on this side too. like right in the middle. Wow. For a smaller queen, she is doing up a bang-up job. And I think that outside frame there is just honey and food, so I'm just going to close them up. Yep, from in between there. Oh, they look like they're doing good. Doing really good. Yes, I know. I'm going to pick the frame up. Let's go really slow here. There. Get down in there. I don't want to squish you. No bees harmed. And there, you take away that piece of junk you had in your mandibles. Excellent. So, there you have it. We have a colony on its way. Wow, they look good. They look really good. So anyway, I'll take that little piece of wax off of there because, you know, bees will be up on top of that when I try to put the feeder box back on, and they'll get squished. Oh, they're so nice and calm. All right, folks. So there's how well not a combination, but an addition of nurse bees or any kind of bees into this box worked. If I hadn't done that, then there wouldn't be that much brood in there. And in about, 3 weeks, I guess, there's going to be a burst of bees in this box, and they may have to go into a 10 frame at that point. So, I hope you're all having a good day, and we'll catch you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.